What's up guys, welcome back. So today in this video I want to take a look at the two new tables that are part of the Makin music DLC for Roxy's Pinball Panic. And the first table we're going to look at is a wide body called Remarkable Records. So let's give this a go, and I want to show you something really cool. So before you play the table, you can actually choose the soundtrack. So you got a jazz, which you're hearing now, and rock band. And I found that pretty neat. Something a little different to keep the game refreshing. And, you know, people, I think a big thing about music is people have their own preferences, right? People either like jazz or some people just like rock. So I'm going to go with the rock band here, and I want to take a look at the table and talk a little bit about it. So we know that it's a wide body, but one of the coolest mechanics that is being used here are these vertical flippers that are used to prevent the ball from draining. But they can be a little tricky because you have to know when to use them, because if you don't use them at the right time, the gap will be left open for the ball to drain. But what's really cool is that you look at this table, a lot of neat toys here. You got the electric guitars on one side, classical guitars on the other. You have a lot of stereo systems, amplifiers. You got some, you got drums here, electric drums, spotlights, stage lights, huge stereo systems, keyboards, and a lot of things that I wouldn't know about because I'm not a music producer. You got a cassette there. You have the golden records, platinum albums. Really cool studio setup. You have that solo pop bumper. And, oh, there's a big piano there too. Couch. So it really does look like a kind of like a studio, which I like. You have the backstage, looks like a backstage. Big musical note. And another reason why I'm excited to play this is because I just watched a movie called High Fidelity with John Cusack. It's a movie from 2000. It's basically like a rom-com. It also has Jack Black. But it's basically about, a man's struggle with, being faithful and relationships, but they use like music in the background as to help progress the story. And so he refers to a lot of punk rock bands, a lot of vintage bands that I'm not familiar with, but it was still a good movie, I thought. If you're a fan of John Cusack or Jack Black, definitely check it out. But let's give this table a go here. And I'm using a new cosmetic, the eyeball. Wow, this eyeball cosmetic looks pretty cool, actually. Also, check it out. You got an extra flipper up top. And see how this works, this vertical flipper? Oh, I love the sound of that, the cassette tape. Oh, that's a pretty cool. It just makes me think about, like, Oh, I forgot if I mentioned this, but I went to Walmart 2 weeks ago, and they're actually selling vinyl records again. Like, it must be like people must be really, missing parts of the past, because they're selling vinyl records, and like, record players. Oh! I like the sound. Oh my gosh! Wow. So this table is difficult, but a good difficult. Got really nice sound effects too. Kind of representative of all different kinds of music. really different. Oh, you know, it's gonna take a lot getting used to, but it's fun. Because the vertical flipper, as some of you may know, has been used before on actual tables, but I think it's considered like an advanced mechanic. So not a lot of real tables have used it, to my knowledge, and I think that's, you know, mostly because it's not natural to pinball. I think it was mostly like an experimental kind of mechanic too. I think though it's really, you know, it's nice to see on digital pinball. Oh man, I actually feel like I'm making music. I have a crazy idea because I know the developer watches. So like, I know on this DLC there's like random, you know, there's like random lights will turn on for which you have to hit. But I was thinking like, if there was a way to record the music, so like any switch, like the drop targets or the bumpers, they would make a sound, and the sounds themselves would have to be randomized, and then after the game's done, it would record all those sounds, and that would be the song you would, you know, that would play back. I'm actually gonna play again because I really like this table here. So I will say too, if you are a long-time Roxy's Pinball Panic player, you will notice that these two tables are a little more on the difficult side. So keep that in mind. But they're still fun. It's just, you know, fair warning, because I think a lot of the tables on Roxy, a fair amount of them are known for them being on the more easy side. But these two tables are a little more complex, and I say that in a good way because there's people who like, you know, a challenge. I just feel like I'm in like a I'm like part of a band, right? Like I'm in a music studio practicing right now. Oh! Oh, forgot about that. Life save though. And I like that too, how after you complete, I think, the right speaker, it goes back to the plunger. Oh, come on, life save, thank you. This table feels satisfying. It looks good, it feels satisfying. The blacks and grays really look like a studio. Oh, come on! Wait, where did the... I didn't even... I was confused there. Let's look. But remember, you have two, and I like that. Alright, so now let's go to the other table here. The what's it called? Musical Memories. So this one is a little simpler, but it's kind of difficult because it does have the way the flippers are set up. There's a few gaps, so it kind of plays with your mind because it's kind of reversed. So it does take a bit of getting used to, but I do like it. I just think, because I played it before recording this, it is a little difficult. I think just because of how the flippers kind of play with your mind, and you have a little more gaps. So I don't know if there's kickbacks on this table. But if there's not, I think a kickback on either side could help. But I think, you know, it'll get... Once you get used to it, I think it's fine. It's just... my concern is, you know, it might be a little too frustrating. But it's weird because I've played setups like this before. I guess I'm just not used to them. But I do like the, you know, I like the challenge. Let's go one more time here. And I know those cases are supposed to help keep the ball in play. My suggestion is that I would maybe not have a gap on the far right and far left, so it would be less, you know, gaps. Oh, that's pretty cool. See, like right there, I would kind of maybe close it or have a kickback. Just to make the table a little more friendly for casual gamers, since the other one is a little more difficult. But I like the wide body a lot. I think that one's in a good spot. Oh! Oh! Well, guys, thank you for watching me play the two new tables on the Makin Music DLC on Roxy's Pinball Panic. I really liked it. I liked the first one a lot. The wide body was fun. The second one was a little more difficult. Like I said, I would close the two gaps at the far end of each side, so the ball can will be a little easier to keep in play. But still a cool theme, and I like that you can choose between two soundtracks, rock and jazz. So thanks for watching. Till next time, I'll catch you guys later. Take care.